Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bad Bookers Wrestling Podcast. My name is Jack and today we've got a Monday Night Raw review. A Monday Night Raw which was trash, in my opinion. I'm not going to spend too long. I'm not even going to cover the whole of Raw because, if I'm honest, can't really be asked. Because the majority of it was just trash. We're going to go through the highlights of, what I thought was okay. I didn't think there was anything particularly good. There was one good thing about the show, and we'll get onto that later on, but we kicked off Raw with Becky, Stephanie McMahon, and Triple H in the ring. Triple H and Stephanie saying that Becky has seen the doctors, saw the doctors last week, and there's nothing wrong with her knee. She hasn't got a tear, or she hasn't got any structural damage to her knee, so she just needs to rest up for a few weeks, and she'll be in the main event, WrestleMania main event, only if she does one thing, and that is apologise to both Trips and Stephanie for her actions last week. And, they were saying to Becky, don't let your pride get in the way, and swallow it, apologise, and then you'll get your dream of main eventing WrestleMania. And they said to Becky, do it by the end of the night, or you won't be in WrestleMania, pretty much. And, Becky was being Becky, she was being anti-authority in a way, but we'll get on to what happened later on at the end of the video, as it was the last bit of Raw. I might as well go through the results. I won't go too in depth with them. So we had Bayley and Sasha versus Nia and Tamina versus the Riott Squad, which was this was like a triple threat tag team match. Obviously, all three are in the Elimination Chamber at the weekend. Nia pins Bayley to pick up the victory after Sasha had to jog on because she got injured or something. Elias and Lucha House Party had a thing in the ring, was pretty dead. We then had a match between Finn Bálor and Drew McIntyre, which ended in a no contest DQ for Finn, because Bobby Lashley pushed him off the top rope, causing the DQ because he was at ringside. We then had a 6-man tag match between Finn Bálor, Kurt Angle, and Braun Strowman, and Kurt coming out to make a save for Finn Bálor against Baron Corbin, who also came out, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley, which got restarted halfway through because Finn Bálor's foot was on the rope and the referee didn't see it, so another ref came out and told the other ref to restart the match because the heels won when they shouldn't have done. So the match restarted, and then Finn Bálor pinning Bobby Lashley to pick up the victory for the faces. We then had a short match between Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross. Didn't last long, all of like 5-10 minutes, which Ruby Riott picked up the victory of. I'm just looking through my notes. We had Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins had an indication in the ring, talking about WrestleMania main event. It was okay. Both were good on the mic. This was okay. It built up something for WrestleMania. It's hard to do it when your Universal Champion's not there, but we know that either way there's no point getting upset about that still, because it's Brock Lesnar. We know his motives, really, don't we? After that, Dean Ambrose came out into the ring. Seth Rollins was still in the ring, and he took the mic. Well, Seth Rollins gave Dean Ambrose the mic, and all he said to Seth was "Slay the Beast." So there seems to be a bit of mutual respect there, I guess you can say. We then had a rematch between Dean Ambrose and EC3 from last week, which, classic 50-50 booking, Dean Ambrose picking up the win via a roll-up on EC3. We then had a good bit of Raw, which I thought was top-notch. Good. Really good. The Revival beating Chad Gable and Bobby Roode to become the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Finally, it's about time. I thought this match was at Elimination Chamber, and I had it down that the Revival were going to win, because you can't keep on putting them into tag team championship matches if you're not going to have them win. So I hope they hold it for a good number of months, because WWE want to find a way to keep them on board and whatnot, and a lengthy title reign is a good way to do that, I guess. Maybe their minds are already made up. There's reports of handing in their request to leave and whatnot, but they're going to try everything to keep hold of them. This is a good start, I would say. And then the last bit of the evening was this apology from Becky Lynch, which she did. She said she didn't trust Triple H or Stephanie McMahon, but she did apologise to them, and they went, "Thank you, enjoy your main event at WrestleMania." And they just walked out, and Becky was like, "Was that it? Is that it? Was that everything?" And they were like, "Yeah, enjoy yourself. Go to WrestleMania." And then Ronda Rousey's music came out. She came down to the ring, but before she could say anything, Vince McMahon came out and said, "Look, this isn't happening. You might have apologised for them too, but I don't accept your apology. Therefore, Becky, you are suspended for 60 days, which just so happens to be 4 days after WrestleMania, I think it is. So, Becky, you won't be at WrestleMania. This woman will be at WrestleMania instead." And out came Charlotte Flair. So at the moment, the WrestleMania match is Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey for the Raw tag team title. So yeah, Raw Women's title. And I kind of like it. People, because it's Becky Lynch and because she's how popular she is, people ignore the narrative of what they're trying to do. They're trying to get people behind Becky by doing this with Charlotte. They're trying to stack the odds against Becky and, stopping her from getting to WrestleMania. She will get to WrestleMania. I still think that it's going to be Charlotte versus Becky at Fastlane. Winner goes to face Ronda Rousey. If it's a triple threat, more than happy with that. The match will be better with Charlotte in it. And when Becky does win, because she will be in the WrestleMania main event, there's no doubt about that. If they don't put her in, everyone's going to go to AEW, aren't they? They're not dumb. She will go into the triple threat. If it is a triple threat, it'll just face Ronda, and she'll win. And it'll be even more satisfying for the crowd that she would win, and whether it's beating just Ronda or beating Charlotte and Ronda, because if Charlotte's in there, it's an easy way to, save Ronda and make her look strong, which I'm more than happy with. The only problem I have with this is if Charlotte and Becky are not on SmackDown for the forthcoming future, where does that leave SmackDown? Because they've got Asuka and no one else really. No one that could really run a brand, because all the top ones, other than Asuka of course, all the top ones are on Raw. Becky, Charlotte, Sasha, Bayley, the Four Horsewomen. Alexa Bliss is over there. She could run a division, but she's on there. You can even put Nia Jax into that little group of people that could run a division. Nia Jax could be a fantastic heel champion on a brand. She's not going to do that on Raw because there's far too many other better people than her. So that's all I'm worried about at the moment. And more than that, like I said last week, I think the match will be better with Charlotte Flair in it, whether I want it or not. I didn't think I wanted it, but it'd be better. But doing it this way, suspending Becky, have her go against the world, like be a proper anti-hero, have a triple threat at WrestleMania, and when she does inevitably win, it would just be even bigger than it being just her and Ronda, in my opinion. So I'm not too fussed. I'm looking at the narrative, not the now, because right now people are going up in arms saying, "Oh, this is dumb, this is dumb." Storytelling. They're trying to build a story, and they're trying to make Becky, on TV they're trying to be anti-Becky, but behind the scenes they know where the money lies, and the money lies in a triple threat between Charlotte Flair, one of the best women's wrestlers in the world, Becky Lynch, the hottest act in all of wrestling so far, of the past 6 months, maybe even more since SummerSlam, and Ronda Rousey, a legit MMA fighter who has taken to pro wrestling like no other except for Kurt Angle, I guess you can say. So it will be a fantastic match either way. It will make each woman look strong as anything, and Becky will win. It's obvious what's happening. I just think people need to open their minds a little bit and see the bigger picture, not the now, because there's no way they wouldn't have Becky Lynch in the main event of WrestleMania. That was Monday Night Raw. Like I said, it was crap. It was crap. I went to bed halfway through because I couldn't take any more. Watched the rest of it this morning, and I found myself just skipping through it because most of it was turd. Happy with the Revival being the new tag team champions. I was going to say they deserve it then, but I like it. Either way, it's about time that they got the titles, and yeah, that's all I'm going to say on the matter. Listen to the podcast for everyone else's views and my more of my views on the matter. I'm going to give this Raw 2 stars and 1 quarter even, which was generous, but I bumped up a little bit because of the Revival winning the tag team titles. If you did like that, please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe if you're new, and hopefully SmackDown Live tonight is a much better showing than what Raw was. Thank you very much for watching.